Hello, and welcome back to F1 2000 Championship Season. Last time out, we got the win, and we, I believe, are leading the points. As it stands, yeah, Ralf Schumacher 3 points ahead of Michael Schumacher, who had a really bad finish last time out when he was taken out by David Coulthard. So was Mika Hakkinen, so both had rough races due to him. Taking a look at trophies, I don't actually know what that does. It shows where we finished. So, I've never actually looked at this. So we got the win in Barcelona, got the win in Silverstone, DNF in Imola, and we got the win in Interlagos. So, other than our 2-0 finishes, we have won every race. And, yeah, good so far. So, it is the Nürburgring, I believe, and we'll see where we get. Alright, it's time for qualifying. The team says it is unpredictable weather for this session, so we're going to try to put some good laps in early. Although I have won every race I've finished so far, it is still a close points race due to my 2 non-points. Well, I didn't actually win every race I finished. I finished 16th in round 1. We had a non-points finish in Imola, so we're going to need to build a bit of a buffer before we go for doing anything silly, like starting from the back. So we're going to set a benchmark here of a 1:09.7. So we can probably improve there. I don't really know what the dry times are going to look like. So our 1:09 is not going to be enough. We are down in 16th right now, which is good. Well, not good, but it's good to know where we stand a little bit.
That lap puts you into 11th place.
So we've moved up to 11th. We definitely still have time on the board. So I found a whole bunch of pace on that lap, even though I made a huge mistake in the first sector. And it's going to be a 1:08 something, P6. A lot of traffic on these runs, unfortunately. So we're about 2 seconds off pole, but there is some places to make up time. However, we only have 2 laps to do it, so we're gonna need to go fast. We've fallen all the way down to 19th. Oh no! I don't know what's happened.
Only 3 cars out there now.
And I do not help myself there. I spin off. I hope that doesn't count this as my 12th lap. As our teammate Jensen Button's right behind us on track as well, so we kind of screwed up him as well.
What's up? That was way too slow at that split.
I think the team knows what's up.
Your time.
So the team counted that as our last lap, and somehow we've fallen way off the pace. I think we had good speed there, but made a bit of a mistake. And yeah, looks like we're going to be starting way down in 19th. It's going to be a bit of a last to first challenge here. So that is David Coulthard taking pole position. Pretty good for him, as he got second last time out. Hakkinen in second, and Michael Schumacher third, with Barrichello fourth, Fisichella fifth, and Jacques Villeneuve rounds out the top 6. And we end up in 19th place ahead of Herbert, Mazepin, and our teammate Buttons. Clearly the car is not going well around here. Possibly we screwed up his flying lap. Alright, so it was a wet race from the directory, but it doesn't look like it's going to be wet. And we are really slow off the start. as the game is very slow when there's this many cars. Gonna try to outbrake as many of these guys as we can. Oh, we ran into Heidfeld. Sorry. So we are up to 12th as we get around Verstappen. Doesn't sound as good in 2000. As oh no, we've had a spin. Kind of immediately there. They all pile up behind us though. Alexander Wirtz, our next target, in the Benetton. Irvine up next, 8th place. We're able to get through these back markers, no problem. As we kind of run out of space there with Jarno Trulli, as I don't know what Villeneuve was doing there, but he runs into Barrichello. Barrichello's going to get the switch back on us. As we're going to break deep into the last corner, we kind of nudge him a little bit. And get ahead of him. 5th place. We're going to be chasing down Fisichella in the other Benetton.
As soon as you see the green flags, get back onto the power. Heidfeld has retired from the race.
Arriving around Fisichella, we're going to take the battle for the lead. We almost go 3 positions for the price of 1. But we do get around Schumacher as we're going to be chasing down Hakkinen. We kind of nudge him a little bit. He nudges across us. He spins around. We touch David Coulthard. A bit payback for last time. And we take the lead of the race after lap 2, from starting all the way down in 19th. One of the best starts to a race I could possibly have, especially after how poorly qualifying went. I just did not have the pace for them. So I did do a race on this track in F1 2009 for that series I have going on right now. This is going a lot better. Obviously, F1 2000 is a little easier, and a little bit easier to play as well, so it's less difficult and the cars are easier to control, so but the track looks way different than it does on that game, obviously, with all the differences in elevation, and some of the corners are not quite where you would think they would be. I was going to say we should settle in, but go off track. As we are starting to see some rain, we may have to pit in before our pit stop to get some wet tires or intermediates. Have to see what the team says. Right now it still feels like we have a bit of grip. So from the sounds of it, people are coming in. Which makes sense because we do not have pace right now. Schumacher moves his way up into 2nd. I think we're saying still some okay times, so we'll stay out for one more lap. Oh no, we have a spin.
Your front wing is slightly damaged.
I should not have stayed out. We had a huge lead over Schumacher.
Ease off, try to save your tires.
So we're still going to stay ahead.
Your tires look badly worn.
So we are going to come in this lap. Obviously, I think.
About 4 seconds ahead of Michael Schumacher.
Team still says I'm 4 seconds ahead of Schumacher. That did not help our chances at the win today. I definitely should have pit for wet tires. That's a Verstappen out, just kind of like real life. That's EOS this time though. Real huge wheel spin on the exit of that chicane, and we are going to be in to the pit lane here. Oh no,
The brakes are slightly damaged.
so we are going to take the fuel and the tires here, trying to figure this all out. Oh, I've made a mistake. I didn't hit okay. Gosh. That has hurt me, I think. But seeing as though we cut through the field on the first lap, I think we should be okay. However, we did sit for an awfully long time in the pit box here, and I did hit that wall on the way in. So we're down in 20th, is lap 6. Still raining out, so that is good news for us. I don't think I have as much pace on this game in the wet though, so we are just going to have to do our best. I did not understand the pit lane there. That's my mistake. We're 10 seconds behind. As I change my camera. It's clearly quite the fight for the lead going on up there. Unfortunately, we're all the way back in 20th. So clearly, we must have just passed De La Rosa in the pits. And we are en route to pass Ricardo Zonta. And a whole heap of cars, thankfully. Of course, they don't know how to race. There is our teammate Jensen Button. Mazzacane behind us as well. We got him. And that is both Button and Mikasalo passed. Another car here. We're up to 14th, tentatively. Nice Harold Frenson's in front of us. That is going to be another easy position, I do believe. So there goes Franson and now Alessi. Hakkinen all the way down in 9th. He must have pit late because he was fighting for the lead not that long ago. So unless he had a spin again, which I almost wouldn't want to believe. Alright, we're going to get the pass done here on Mika Hakkinen, the Flying Finn. Of course, he is one of the challengers for the championship, so we should expect to see him at least get back up to the points. Johnny Herbert and Alexander Wirtz were up to 7th. One more position and we will be back in the points. Which the team says we're 2 seconds behind. So I don't know what happened to Schumacher there. Of course he was leading. But we are going to pass Schumacher here, as well as the car in front. I don't know who that is. That is Villeneuve. Hakkinen is out. Our championship rival. That is the second race in a row he's not been able to finish. That is a terrible beginning stages of the season for Hakkinen. Will he be able to recover? Alright, we're coming up on the Jordan of Yarno Trulli, who I didn't realize had this long a career. I knew he had a long career, but I didn't realize he raced in 2000.
You're pulling away from the car behind.
As I hit him a little bit.
You'll damage your front wing.
Do not want to damage both our cars. Coulthard is the current leader. Unsurprisingly, he seems to be our main championship rival at this point, other than Michael Schumacher, but after today, we collide again. Oh goodness, I turned in on him. I kind of go off track. I don't know what happened to the Jordan there. That was completely my fault. So I do wish that there was a harder difficulty to this game, because obviously I've been at the back of the pack twice and up almost to the lead this time and to the lead before the last time, and I had a problem in the pits. So this game is unfortunately a bit easy, as we are going to get the job done here on Barrichello, who's having a good race so far. I guess best race of the season for him, as now is time to chase down Coulthard. So the teams say we're about 5 seconds behind. We should still be able to come up for the win, but we will see. Alright, we see him in our sights now, and he's going so slowly that we're going to be able to just dive bomb him into the turn there. Almost making it too easy for us. As we are 12 laps here, I guess on the start of lap 12. We've taken the lead. Now it's just time to bring her home. Hopefully the rain stays so we don't need to pit again, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. So our teammate Jensen Button, he's only in 14th place. So we are, of course, still bringing home all the points for Williams. He came close one time, and then DNF'd right on lap 1. So clearly we are way ahead. So after this race, I would imagine Coulthard works his way up to second in the championship, becoming the main rival to us for the title, as Schumacher seems to be still struggling. But I think after this race it's going to be hard for anyone to catch us, unless we have more problems. Of course, this is only round, I want to say 7, I forget. But so we should be okay, but we need to still have our eyes on the podium, or the championship, I should say. Coming up to our first lapped car here. I don't know if I've actually lapped someone so far. Is he on fire? That is a good question, because it kind of looks like he is. We're going to leave him in the dust. Not much to report here on the final lap. Our tires are fairly dead. If there was more the team would want us to pit in, they did tell us to preserve the tires, but we have over a 30-second lead, as I believe one of the pack markers just hit me. And we are going to get, I think, our 3rd win in a row. So it's looking pretty good for us. So there you have it. First place at the Nürburgring European Grand Prix.
Well, another great race has come to an end, and what a result.
That is Coulthard 2nd, Schumacher 3rd, Barrichello 4th, Villeneuve 5th, or Trulli 5th, Villeneuve 6th.
I hope you'll join us for the next round. Well, thanks for joining us here at the Nürburgring. We hope to see you for the Monaco Grand Prix.
I had to talk really quick over the commentator there because it just goes so quick through the results. Not as many DNFs as there usually is. I've seen it like 6. So Coulthard does not overtake Schumacher. Schumacher comes home 3rd, Coulthard 2nd, so he is still 5 points behind. We, of course, have a 9-point lead over Schumacher. Hakkinen barely holding on to a chance at this title fight with 17 points. Barrichello a further 1 point down with 16 points, and Frentzen, the best of the rest, in 6th with 7 points. Try not to get that messed up after 6 rounds of racing. Ferrari still leads the constructors' standings with 47 points. McLaren in 2nd with 43. We're 3 points back from them with 40. And then the Jordans, who have had a surprisingly good run, with 4th with 11 points. And if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we will see you next time.